So I'm watching the George. Damn, Kent. I gotta know this nigga's name, but he did a podcast with George. He's the dinosaur dude, right? Something, bro. You like if we're on the internet. You gotta find his name. So right, I'm an hour in. Let me get my fish right, cause this is. I don't give a fuck. You can come kill me, bitch. All right, so Ice Age started when the flood, like, proceeded, right? So if the Ice Age started when the flood, that's because. Hold up. All right, the Ice Age started after the flood. I mean, so, and then Noah brought tiny lizards, animals, so he can. I'm assuming so they can eat, fish, so they can breed or whatever. I didn't read the Bible yet, so I'm not really. But then when the Ice Age, after the flood, when the Ice Age started, that's when we, like me and you, we know that it started to defrost and whatever shit like that. So while the Earth took 5,000 years to defrost, you also got to realize that when the flood happened, everything shot up. So we are living on the mountain. All continents are the mountain. And if they're the mountain, right? I don't know. I'm out. If they're the mountain, that's why dinosaurs. If you watch the video, that's why dinosaurs can't be in the air, or like flying dinosaurs or whatever. They breathe a different air because the air is more moist. I picked up more tense, moist, whatever. So like there was back then, you didn't need to rain, because that's when the flood happened. That's when rain started. So you didn't really need to, like, the crops, water the crops and shit like that, right? So after a while, like huge, like snow. That's when seasons really shined, because if it's snowing for like, let's say like probably during that whole time. So it probably snowed for like 2 days, and that's the first ever snow. So that's how mammoths got covered in snow, because it constantly snowed for 2 days. And while they're leaving whatever continent they were on, just floating, they're watching this shit getting, above. So, all right. And then I believe the Earth is like 15,000 years old, I really want to say 14, but like, I wanted to say 12 at first. But when you think about it, we're in 2026. So you gotta add that 2,000 to the 4,000, or my original thought, 12,000. So the Earth is Earth is 15,000 years old, right? We're on 15,006, or 14,006, 6-7, the beast, right? And you see, like, God created it through 7 days. That's why 6-7 is starting to be, that's why these old folks don't like 6-7, because we are on our 15,006th year. So next year will be our 15,007th year. And everything, like, evolution can make things smaller or bigger. That's how I'm picking. I don't know. Because back then, beavers were 6 feet. Turtles were about 15 feet. Lizards were, as you know, dinosaur size. So if evolution really, as a human, you may think that we're not evolving because we're not aging to be 900 years old. That's because the density of the fucking air. So if we're getting like breathing hard to breathe, you know, like I just see, I'm only an hour in. Once I get like the second hour or whatnot, I'm gonna remake a video, and then yeah. But it just shows that Noah, even though he saved everyone, he didn't know that it was snowing, doing all this. Like, think about it. You're not gonna know. It's snowing, it's raining, da da da. Right? So, like, yeah. Like, just how you live in California, Canada, you're not gonna know it's snowing in South Carolina, China, all this other shit. But all I gotta say is, I don't know, bro. That shit gotta be like 15,000 years old. I'm gonna stick with 15. Cause like what? Continents are the rock. And like, see, it's either, when I first heard it, it was either two thoughts that crossed my mind. It's either like, we're living on a mountain, or like, you know how volcanoes, they can, there's underwater volcanoes, there's above earth, or that's where it becomes the volcano. You got like, I heard him saying it shot rocks, right? Because there's water volcanoes underground. It shoots through like air pressure, hot air, hot water. So if it's shooting hot air, hot rocks, and if it's pushing a rock up, that comes with the volcano shit. Because if there was a whole bunch of volcanoes and the magma, that's where the like land environment and shit. Once the earth becomes like, let's say, inhabitable, 14% inhabitable, or majority that's not comprehensible, that's when we're gonna have our downfall. Because it's only 10% right now. And you gotta think, like, everything was inhabitable. No, like the species, like it was inhabitable. And now I don't know how much is inhabitable, but like, holy fuck, what the fuck? But I gotta finish this shit because it's just gonna, like, I'm telling you, bro, what the fuck? I'm gonna upload this shit straight